Amstrad 8086 boombox with pull down vinyl player. This is just a quick video to show you how to change the belt, because my unit, although it was playing, the wear and flutter on it was starting to get atrocious. I mean, it weren't slipping, it just didn't sound right. So, and I don't know when the belt was changed on this. I picked this up second hand on eBay as spares repair. So I'll show you how it took a little bit of sorting out, because I can't find a manual for this unit. I can find the circuit diagram, but I can't find a disassembly diagram for it. And it being Amstrad, it's cheap plastic, and you've got to be careful with the plastic at this age. This was built in the 80s, so it wasn't built to last, that's for sure. To gain access to the belt for the record player, I don't know why they did it, but I used a scalpel. I tugged on this, I pulled on it, I took it apart, I lifted the bottom up, couldn't get. Eventually I prised up this metal plate just using a scalpel, and it comes off, but I don't know why they glued it on. Maybe they never intended it to last long enough to ever need a belt change, I don't know. But it is what it is. There's a little circlip then. Just remove the circlip with a normal pair of pliers or a screwdriver. No problem at all to do that. We can then lift off. I mean, if your belt's still attached, obviously you have to disconnect it from the motor. I've taken the belt off this one already. It's just to give you some idea of what the deck looks like. And it's, well, there's no balancing on this. There's no counterweight. There's nothing. It's just plastic. There's no bearing. It's just a simple friction fit to this. It is what it is. It's Amstrad, I suppose. So I think a little bit of grease in there before I put it all back together and clean out the original grease. And the belt. This is the information for the actual belt. The folded length of the belt was, the one I took out of this was 21 centimeters. Now I think you could actually get away with a 20 centimeter belt. The width of the belt was 5 mil, and the thickness is about 0.7 mil. The other thing I changed was on the motor there are 2 grommets either side, and I took out these 2 pins which just screw down into the base of the motor, and both grommets were just rock hard, so no movement in whatsoever. And I could actually move the motor probably 3 or 4 mil to the left or to the right, because the one on this side had perished so badly there was nothing really left other than the pin and just a little bit of the rubber on the back here. So I've also replaced the 2 grommets there, and I'll show you a picture of those. Unfortunately I've managed to find 2, but the motor's now got a little bit of movement, but nothing like it had before. The wear and flutter on this was atrocious. I'll put it down to that. But you might have to actually do this job properly, is to remove the screws. There's 4 of them in total, so you can lift this deck up and hold the motor in place. And what I did, I put a small mark on the plastic case and on the motor, so I knew it went back in the right way. But then the reassembly is just the reverse of taking it apart, other than obviously putting the belt on. I haven't got the belt at the moment, but hopefully this should give you enough information to how you change the belt and the actual belt size. So that's what I measured. But I think the 21 centimeters on the original belt is down to the fact that I think it's stretched. There's no giving it whatsoever anymore. It's very, I don't want to pull on it too hard because I'll probably snap, but there's no stretching in that. So I think a 20 centimeter belt would actually do. The 21 centimeters I've measured here is from the original belt that was already on there. So hopefully that helps you if you've got one of these and you're looking to change the belt on it. I do strongly recommend that you change the grommets as well. This was built in the early 80s. That might be the original belt for all I know. Well, I hope that helps.